Have you ever heard that term that the grass is always greener on the other side? This is typically passed around when one partner breaks up with the other partner because they believe that based on the way that their partner behaved or treated them, that they can find someone else that's going to treat them better and like more so in the way that they idolized in their head. This is more prevalent for women in today's day and age thanks to social media because of just natural women behavior. Men, this doesn't affect men as much because for men, we can date a girl that in our eyes is a 6 or 7 out of 10. And then the longer we're with that girl, that she's going to start becoming like an 8 or 9 or 10 to us. Whereas women, and this is where the red pill passes, like the women's hypergamous nature to always want to date up. So they date a better looking guy, they date a richer guy, they date a guy that's going to treat them better. Well, men have that too. Men, we want to be with the hottest girl that we can possibly get. Women want to be with a man that can provide for them in the ways that she wants. And so because of social media, we're able to look at other couples and like you've got guys buying these girls fucking Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel bags. So women will look at that stuff all day long, and that's just conditioning them subconsciously to think like, well, my boyfriend's not doing that. What the fuck? I deserve that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look for that. More than likely, I do want to say that your behavior inside of that relationship is what got you broken up with and dumped if she did not like cheat on you or do anything malicious, or if you didn't break up with her. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why that grass might be greener, and then what are the chances that it is greener, and then what are the chances that it's not greener? Because this is really going to depend on the girl that you dated and basically her experiences in relationships. So before I get into the video, I do want to go ahead and say that if you want my help when it comes to understanding women getting better at pickup, dating, and relationships for free, I've got 2 free downloadable links in the description down below, both of those which will help you, or you can book a 1-hour coaching call with me and then you can work with me directly to solve your problem fast. I have dated girls that I've broken up with that I knew I could find better simply because of the way that she behaved. So I remember one ex-girlfriend of mine that like kind of traumatized me because she was so fucking sporadic with her emotions were just so out of control that when she would get mad at me, she would lose her fucking mind for like 2 or 3 days straight, bro. And the things that she would say to me would get worse and worse and worse and worse. And she would go from like getting mad at something random to like starting to belittle me. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I broke up with her. So in that situation, I know that I can find somebody better that's not going to treat me like that, that's not going to behave like that. If you acted that way towards your girlfriend, if you were like needy or insecure, I remember I dated a girl in high school that said she was going to go hang out with like a dude that was gay, and I fucking lost it. Because I was like, whoa, you're hanging out with fucking dudes back in high school, man. I was immature, and I got broken up with, and rightfully so. So my behavior back then caused me to get broken up with because I was freaking out over the fact that she was trying to hang out with a friend that she claimed was gay. What am I worried about? She's going to go and fuck a gay dude? Likely not. That's a prime example of your behavior could be the reason why she's going to go find somebody else, because the grass in that situation is definitely going to be greener. If the girl is inexperienced with dating, like if she's younger and she hasn't had a lot of boyfriends, even if she hooks up with a lot of dudes, but she hasn't been in a lot of like long-term relationships, that still applies. She only knows what she knows based on those very few relationships that she's been in. I've got one ex-girlfriend that was incredibly inexperienced when it comes to dating. She had a partner before me, and then she had me. Those were her only 2 long-term relationships that she's ever had in her life. So I got broken up with, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, you know what? I know what kind of guy I was. She will never find another man like me if you look at our history and everything that I did for her. At this point, I'm like, you know what? She needs to go out there and experience more relationships to find out that she left something that she will likely never find again. I'm not saying that I know she broke up with me because she thought she can find better, but someone won't leave a relationship if they're not happy with something. And unfortunately, that was a girl that just wasn't willing to communicate with me, so I never knew what the problem was. If she finds somebody that works out for her, I hope she's happy in that, because I'm not like, oh, she fucking broke up with me. She's a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. That's a phenomenal woman. And to this day, I will still always want the best for her. True love is loving somebody even if you're not in their life anymore, and she deserves that. So in that case, if she's inexperienced, she might think the grass is greener because she just doesn't know what she likes and what she doesn't like. So of course, until she has enough experience with men and with men, so men and women, our priorities shift over time, because if you're experienced with women like I am, you learn through trial and error in your teens and then like your 20s, and I guess every relationship you go through, you learn something new. But I'm at the point now where like I know what I like, I know what I'm not willing to put up with, and then I know what I do like. So I'm able to see the things that I like and don't like. And now when I date new girls, I'm able to be like, oh, okay, that's a big red flag. I know how that's going to end. No fucking thank you. And then I can move on. Whereas in the past, I used to be the guy that clung on to every girl that I can get into a relationship with just because I really didn't know, or I didn't have enough experience in relationships to know what would work and what wouldn't work. That's going to be, reasons, because social media makes this, especially with the Gen Z, makes this more prevalent than my age, millennial and earlier. But that's going to be like what, if she thinks the grass is greener, it's because you either treated her like shit and she knows she can find better, or she's just a terrible human being that watches a lot of like TikTok and sees that, oh, well, I deserve that, even though I know I don't have anything quality-wise to even deserve a guy like that. Or if she's inexperienced, she might not like the situation she's in, and then she might break up with you to go find something else. But if she doesn't find something else, that's usually why exes come back around, is because they couldn't find better. They couldn't replace what you had. So if you weren't a piece of shit and you did treat this girl like a fucking queen, and if she broke up with you for like insecure behavior, which myself included and a lot of men get broken up with because of, like, you acted more like a woman, and I did, I'll admit that, then she's gonna go out, she's going to find other guys. She's not going to find you and these other guys or someone better. She might circle back around. And then if your behavior's changed to where now you're more of a man, that relationship can work out, because now what you got broken up for, you're not going to display that type of behavior, and she's going to feel more attracted to that. That's why, like, some guys say like an ex is an ex for a reason. And I mean, if you got cheated on, yeah, bro, fucking keep her there. But if there was a compatibility issue because of the way you behave, then you can fix that, and that can work. But if there was a compatibility issue between both of you, you fixed yourself, but she's still the same girl, and for the most part, people remain the same. So remember that. That's never really going to work out. The idea here that the grass is always greener, it depends on the relationship. If you're dating a girl that's constantly causing you fucking problems, you are always going to think that you can find better at some point in time. The same thing applies for women. If you're always doing something that's pissing the girl off, she's going to think that she can always go out and find something better later on. And depending on your behavior, that's either going to be true or it's not going to be true. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. If you have anything you want to add to this, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, if you want my help with understanding women for free, like I said, 2 links in the description that you can download, or you can book a 1-hour coaching call with me directly, and then you can get my help personally. We can fix whatever you're dealing with at the moment real fast. And with that being said, if you like this video, check out this one right here, man. You're going to love that one as well. And guys, I will see you in the next one.